Happy Wednesday. We're gonna be doing a comforting recipe today. We're gonna make it as healthy as possible with still making it junk food. And today's recipe is going to be Mental Health Day vegan mac and cheese. Everything can be made in a microwave, and you only need bowl, knife, peeler, and a blender. So everything you use can probably be put in your dishwasher, or as least amount of dishes to make mac and cheese as possible if you are a vegan. Now, to start off my recipe, I have my cashews that I soaked overnight to make the creamy, cheesy part of our mac and cheese. And in my microwave right now, I've already put it for 5 minutes to help it soften up and save us some time today. I've got 1 medium potato and 2 medium carrots. Now these were short carrots. They're about 6 inches long, blah, 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 whatever. 2 medium carrots and 1 medium potato that I have peeled and cubed. Now for me, all my animals, my small furry animals eat my refuse from my vegetables. So they've already had that. We've already cleaned up. So I've already got my vegetables that have cooked for 5 minutes in my microwave on high. I'm going to check them with a fork. And then we're going to see about putting them in our blender cup. Now, got a spoon and a fork. So you can grab a piece of potato and then stab it with a fork. Now, potato kind of soft, but not completely. Let's check carrot. Carrots need about 2 more minutes. So we have this for 5 minutes. We're going to put it for another 2 to help everything soften up. We'll put that for 2 minutes on high in our microwave. Now in our blender cup, my microwave's crazy. Sorry about that. Sorry for sound. Alright, we've got our cashews we have soaking. You should have them soaking overnight, but if not, just put the kettle on when you're making your cup of tea for your mental health day and do about 1/4 of a cup of cashews. I have about half here because I'm making a double batch, so this is going to be 2 servings. And I've just about had half a cup of cashews that I put boiling water, and I just covered the cashews and let them soak for about half an hour. And we're going to put that in our blender cup as well as our vegetables after our vegetables come out the microwave. Now, for seasonings, we're going to have about 2 to 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. We're going to be having ½ a teaspoon of tumeric, ½ a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic salt. If you don't want it to be too salty, I would go 1/4 of a teaspoon or less of the garlic salt. We're also going to have salt and pepper as well as paprika. Now if you've had my tofu scramble, you know that this is what everything does to make it taste cheesy, and it makes it taste delicious. Now if you want it creamier, I suggest maybe adding a coconut milk or some sort of other thing to make it creamier, or even adding tofu, like soft tofu. But as in, I'm just pulling stuff out of my icebox and making my mental health day food, where I don't want to wash dishes. I just want to lay in bed and eat carbs and binge watch TV. We're going to be doing that instead, so I don't have to completely clean my kitchen like I have it as gross behind me right now. And we can also cook our macaroni. I've got our pasta. It's just macaroni that I got from the store. It's got the U on it, so it's vegan. There's no eggs or anything in it. We're also going to be cooking ½ a cup of that in the microwave as well. Alright, we're going to take our vegetables we've got here. Check them. They are soft. Awesome. We're going to get a slotted spoon's a little big, but we'll try it. I don't have one of those tiny slotted spoons, so this is what I've got. And scoop our vegetables out, put them in our blender cup. Have you noticed I'm using a tiny blender cup because my large blender cup has broken and I have not ordered new ones. Okay, put that in here. That in there. Alright. Then we're going to add in our cashews with our water in here. Like so. And into our blender cup, we're going to add in our seasonings. So let's take 1/8 of a teaspoon. That's 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Ooh. 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper. I can get it open. Hopefully I can. Yeah. That's black pepper. Boom. And it goes. We've got a 1/2 teaspoon of, let's do our turmeric. No, let's do a 1 first. We're going to do garlic powder, which we're going to do a full teaspoon of. That's a 1 teaspoon of the garlic powder. That's what gives it most of its flavor, actually. Now, a lot of recipes that have tahini, I don't put tahini in mine because I quite frankly don't have it, and it's not available where I live. I'd have to drive for an hour to find tahini, so, or order it off Amazon, and I'm not gonna do that right now. Our garlic salt, we're gonna have a 1/2 to 1/4 of a teaspoon of that, depending on how salty you want it. Like that. Alright, we've got our 1/2 teaspoon of our paprika. That helps us give us our color. And we've got our 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. Now this seems like it might be a lot of seasoning for 1 serving, but with the cheese you want to have as much flavor as possible to sort of mimic the comfort feel of cheese when you're a vegan. We've got our nutritional yeast we're going to put next. Fun fact, if you want to add more fat to this besides the cashews, a tablespoon of dairy-free butter works nicely. But we're actually going to be putting some of that in our noodles after we take them out the microwave, after we cook those. After we put them in that bowl in just a second. So we're going to have our tablespoon here. We're going to be putting in 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, which I think is a serving size actually. And 1 1/2 teaspoon, so we got close. Alright, and that does not look like a liquid, so we're actually going to take the liquid from our boiled vegetables and we're going to pour some of that in our cup. Well, we can get in the cup and not all over the table, because that would be nice. Alright, we're going to let that cool off for a second because my cashews are still a bit warm. And we're going to take our bowl here, we're going to take it, we're going to rinse it out. Like so. We're going to grab our macaroni. We're going to portion out 1/2 cup of our macaroni. This is 1/3 of a cup. I forgot to get out my 1/2 cup measurement. That's my bad. This is 1/4, so I'll just do 2. I'm going to do 1/2 cup of our macaroni into the bowl we used to boil our vegetables in our microwave, like that. Put that away. Now we're going to fill this. We're going to cover our macaroni, and then we're going to add another inch in our bowl, because the macaroni is going to absorb the liquid when it cooks. Now, you still need room in the bowl for when it to boil, so it doesn't boil over and get into your microwave and cause a mess. So we got that here. We're going to put it for 5 minutes, like so, to our cup of, let's see, what do I call it? Seasonings and mix. We're going to screw on our lid. Booyah. We're going to blend this until it becomes smooth. First, we should probably plug it in, because that might help. Alright. Now, if you saw my Instagram post yesterday, I did go for a walk today, and it didn't help. So, we're going to eat carbs and binge watch Netflix. Put that in here, and macaroni and cheese sauce. Now, we're going to be reusing the bowl we use for our macaroni. So you want to be careful when you take it out the microwave and drain it. And we're going to take our sauce, put it in our bowl, mix it together, ready to serve. Now I'm also going to be adding paprika and parsley on the top for show to put it on Instagram. These are optional for you. But right now I'm going to clean up and I'm going to get my macaroni out the microwave. I have it for 5 minutes. When I see you back, we're going to test and see if we need to put it for another 5 minutes. Alright, now I've got my macaroni that has not finished cooking yet, so we're going to put that for another 5 minutes in our microwave. Now, to add to our comfort food and to add a little bit more protein and to make it a surprise, because I think on Instagram I want to do something crazy and I wanted to do like mac and cheese surprise. We actually have one of my apple sage field roast sausages, vegan ones, and we're going to cook that for about 45 seconds in our microwave just to get it to heat up and cook. We're going to chop that up and we're going to use it in our macaroni and cheese. So all in all, besides the measuring cups, the blender cup, and the bowl, which we use 3 different times to boil our vegetables, boil our mac and cheese, and we're going to serve out of, which you all did in one bowl. We have the plate, and that's about it. Besides, I think, the knife to peel and cut the vegetables. So, still doing good, and all of which can probably go in a microwave, except for the metal stuff. The dishwasher, excuse me. So we're gonna let our macaroni and cheese cook in our microwave. I've already prepped my little sausages to go. My little sausage is gonna go in the microwave in just a minute. We've got our cheese right there. It is cooling off. I'm actually gonna grab some dairy-free vegan butter out the ice box. We're gonna mix in with our noodles so they don't stick in case we've accidentally made too much, which I don't think we have, so we should be good. I'll see you when the mac and cheese is done, or the macaroni in the microwave. Alright, I'm going to be putting my mac and cheese or my macaroni for another 2 minutes just to get them to cook up just a little bit more. I like my macaroni and cheese softer than most people do. They like it firm to the tooth. I like it to eat it with a spoon instead of a fork. So, yeah. Also, wanted to let you know, on Friday, I will be making a dragon fruit salad. So excited. Trying to do healthier stuff because I've been making so much unhealthy stuff. And it's the season of swimsuits and self-consciousness. So we're going to be doing healthier recipes on Fridays. So this Friday I'm going to be cutting open my first dragon fruit. We're going to be making a fruit salad out of it. I have never tasted dragon fruit, so we're going to be taste testing and seeing what vegetables and fruit that it can go with in later recipes. So you're going to watch me do that. That's fun. I looked up how to open those. I think we're good. But yeah, our macaroni is going to be another 2 minutes in the microwave. I've got my sausage here that I'm going to be cutting up. And I need my parsley and my paprika. Nice. Alright. Alright, we got that. It's in the microwave. We've got 43 seconds left. Now, since this is Mental Health Day mac and cheese, I would like to let you know that there are hotlines if you need to talk to someone. I don't know if I can find a link to put those, but if you need to talk to somebody, you're having a rough day, call somebody at a hotline, call somebody to come talk to you if you're having that bad of a day. If you're just having a day where you just don't feel like doing anything, we all have those days, but if you have worse issues and you need to talk to someone, I suggest doing that. Comfort food can only be so comforting. Sometimes you need to talk to someone and talk to professionals. There's our mac. For our mac and cheese. That is a hot bowl, so we're going to grab a towel, pull it out, bam, and we're going to check it. And our macaroni should be soft enough. Let's test one. Plenty soft. Excuse me. I'm gonna take that. We're not gonna empty out all the water. We're just gonna take out most of it, because we need some of that water to help thin down our sauce, to help it incorporate with our pasta. So I've left about a good 4 tablespoons of water at the bottom of my cup of my macaroni. We're gonna take our sauce. We're gonna put in a few tablespoons at a time and mix that in. Before I forget, we're gonna take our little sausage. We're gonna put it in our microwave for 45 seconds. We're gonna flip it over and we're gonna do another 45 seconds. We're gonna take 3, 4, 5, and scoop that together. Alright. Just enough water to help the cheese kind of melt down a little bit to help coat the noodles. If it's too thick, if it's too thin when you pull it out the blender, it's just going to get more thin as it heats up. So you want it thick to begin with, and then you just keep a little bit water with your noodles to add in. And I forgot to add my Smart Balance, but that's fine. I'll just lack extra fat that I really don't need to begin with. Now, as it sits, the macaroni is going to keep absorbing the extra liquid and the cheese. So this is the time to maybe make that cup of tea, let this cool off so you can eat it. Like that. I'm going to grab our sausage, roll it over, and another 45 seconds. Now, if you've had breakfast cooked at your house already and this is lunch, and you've got a pan that's already out, you cooked like a tofu scramble in it or something, maybe pan frying that would be also a good option, and something that's already technically dirty but still usable to cook. But also be careful and abide by food safety standards and health stuff. That's what I would do, because I'm a garbage human being that eats garbage food that's made out of vegetables. Alright, our mac and cheese looks lovely. And we've only used one bowl, our mixing cup, and all of our little utensils. So, even though I don't have a dishwasher and have to wash all my dishes, it's less dishes for me to wash, and that works out for everyone. Pick up our little seasonings here. Alright, our sausage is done. Take that up, and we're going to cut it. I've got little tiny knives. I'm going to do that. Cut it into little small pieces. And we're going to incorporate it into our mac and cheese. Now this is an extra step. You don't have to do this. This is just for me, because I wanted to add a little bit of extra protein, extra flavor. And kind of mimic that mac and cheese surprise I used to make, where I would make a box of macaroni and cheese and I would add in 3 or 4 hot dogs that I boiled in the macaroni. Life hack, if you don't want to actually have to use the second pot, you boil the macaroni. When the macaroni is just about finished boiling, you put hot dogs in it. Don't do that. I was just doing that with vegan dogs, but that's what I used to do back in the day. It would cook the hot dogs and the macaroni at the same time, and I would take the hot dogs out. I would finish making the mac and cheese, then I would throw the hot dogs back in and make macaroni and cheese hot dog surprise. But we're going to be doing a vegan version of that because we're less of a garbage human now and we eat vegetables. So we've got our veggie dog, veggie sausage. It's an apple sage by Field Roast. Not sponsored, but please sponsor me. I'm poor and I eat lots of your food. Chopping that up. Our little knife here and our plate. And like that, it's all cut up. I'm going to keep these in round discs so that you can put them in different shapes. It's your food, you do you, boo-boo. We're going to add this to our mac and cheese. Just going to mix it in. If you don't want to spill, I suggest using a fold-over technique instead of just stirring. Stirred in like so. Now to make it look pretty, I think I picked up my things I needed to make it look pretty because I was trying to clean up while I was cooking. Nice. Okay, take a little bit of paprika on the top just to make it look pretty for the gram. There is our parsley to fake people out into thinking there's more vegetables in it that there is. Booyah. And there we go. There's our mac and cheese. Booyah. There's going to be a better picture online when you see this. And since all of you know what mac and cheese looks like, and I need to stay pretty for the gram to use as a thumbnail for this video, I'm not going to be tasting it in front of you. But I do know that it's delicious because I am a garbage human that has had macaroni and cheese, especially vegan macaroni and cheese, several times, including twice last week. Because all I had was potatoes, onions, and carrots, and I'm a garbage human. And garbage plate, good idea. If you want to use your macaroni, instead of using macaroni salad, use macaroni and cheese. Add the cheese into a garbage plate. It's a good idea. I've done that too. So I'll see you on Friday, where we'll be cutting open a dragon fruit. I have not tasted one, and I have not cut one before, so that should be interesting. As always, I will post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as long as I am able. Mondays are breakfast, Wednesdays are lunch, dinner, Fridays are dessert, and my social media is Sweet G Amber. Thank you for watching. I'll see you Friday. Hopefully dragon fruit isn't, like, gross. I know what it looks like. Hopefully it doesn't like get everywhere when I cut it, so that's hopeful, because I did pineapple and watermelon, and those aren't fun. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. And as for my other public service announcement I had today, if you need help, ask for help. Call the hotlines in your area, and if you need to talk to someone, you should do that. But if you just want comfort food, this is how you make it, with making the least amount of dishes as possible. Because as vegans, a third of our day goes to washing dishes when we make food. It does. It always does. Especially when you don't have a dishwasher like I do. But yeah. Bye now. Have a nice day. Regardless of... Yeah. Bye. And we didn't drop anything. Yay.